Hundreds of alleged sex abuse survivors desperate for closure. At 6 p.m., we told you how more than $1 million of your tax dollars could be pumped back into the embattled and bankrupt archdiocese. Well, tonight we take a closer look into the case of former Father Lawrence Hecker. WDSU investigative reporter Aubrey Killian has new details about Hecker being reported to law enforcement.
That's right, Lawrence Hecker's accusers, they are desperate for closure. He has worked at different church locations all across our area. The Archdiocese says the time from the alleged abuse, it was in the 1960s and the 1970s. The Archdiocese says the first allegation that was received, it was in 1996. Hecker was not removed until 2002. The Archdiocese also says that Hecker has been reported to the following law enforcement. However, not all of them have a recording of this even happening. While Archbishop Amen and the Archdiocese of New Orleans deny that allegations of sex abuse were mishandled, one of Father Lawrence Hecker's accusers disagrees.
I see that face looking up at me when he's going through my genitals at the time.
For the very first time,
There's good and bad in everybody.
this man, who alleges that Lawrence Hecker, a former priest, molested him as a child, is giving his reaction to this chilling moment.
So this is when we spoke to him.
Have you ever touched a child?
Oh my goodness. You mean touched a child?
Have you ever physically or sexually assaulted a child? It's a yes or no question, sir.
I'm afraid there's some trick involved or something, so I just don't want to
Trick involved.
get involved with all this.
So have you ever in your life as a former priest touched a child?
No comment.
He doesn't know how to answer you to whereas it would make himself look innocent.
Hecker has never been charged with a crime. The bankrupt Archdiocese has kept a deposition by Hecker sealed. Court records show it could be getting closer to finally being made public. The Archdiocese turned over its files on Hecker to the Orleans Parish DA's office after its prosecutors issued the church a subpoena. Attorneys for the accusers allege documents related to that deposition reveal prosecutable crimes. Archbishop Gregory Amen declined our request for an interview for this story. Here's what he said in 2018 during an interview about a separate case. WDSU asked him, how confident is he that abuse is not happening in our archdiocese?
You can never be 100% sure. I am confident that it's not rampant, and if it is, it's an incident. I mean, I don't know of any. If I knew of any, I would report them to the police.
The Archdiocese responded to questions for this story, saying, all of the allegations against Lawrence Hecker that are now known to the Archdiocese date prior to 1984, and the first information regarding abuse by Hecker was reported to us in 1996. The Archdiocese of New Orleans reported Hecker to Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office, New Orleans Police Department, Jefferson Parish District Attorney's Office, and St. Charles Parish District Attorney's Office over a period of time from 2002 to 2003. These reports include the allegation of crossing state lines. Hecker was again reported to law enforcement in 2018 following the release of the list of clergy removed from ministry for abuse of a minor. The Archdiocese reported Hecker to the Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office again in 2020. The Archdiocese of New Orleans is aware of 2 additional instances where a third-party survivor made a complaint to law enforcement against Hecker. The first was in 2012 to 2013 to Gretna Police Department, and most recently in 2023 to Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office. The Archdiocese continues to cooperate with law enforcement. The Orleans Parish DA's office says it's investigating.
If there's evidence, if there's a line, if there's a document that is evidence of a crime occurring here, a crime against a child, I think it is really important that information not be withheld from law enforcement.
We reached out to the Gretna Police Department Tuesday, who said they were unable to arrest Hecker due to statute of limitations. The Jefferson Parish DA's office said to date, we have no record of any victims that have come forward to this office with allegations against Lawrence Hecker. Additionally, no cases against Lawrence Hecker have been submitted to the Jefferson Parish DA's office by law enforcement for our review. NOPD said in speaking with our Special Victims Section Sex Crime Unit, we've been informed that the cold case detective assigned to cases related to the Archdiocese of New Orleans is not aware of any sexual assault report notifications regarding an individual identified as Lawrence Hecker. The St. Charles Parish DA's office says they have no record of receiving any notice from the Archdiocese of New Orleans during the years of 2002 to 2003 regarding any incidents of abuse by Hecker. We asked, does Amon want Hecker's deposition to remain sealed? The Archdiocese responds, this has been part of extensive arguments in court, and a decision regarding this is currently under advisement with Judge Malazzo. Beyond our arguments that are part of the court record, we cannot offer any response.
One thing that I discovered about going through this, you become a victim first, then you become a survivor. Now I'm an advocate.
And I also asked the Archdiocese for a dollar amount on the total amount of assets that they do have right now. I was told they could not provide one. Back to you.
All right, Aubrey, thank you. And court records show the Archdiocese has paid about $26 million in attorney and professional fees for the bankruptcy case. Aubrey asked why this number is so high. The Archdiocese said they are displeased with the proceedings and support compensation for survivors. They say bankruptcy proceedings could not have been predicted and have caused a shared feeling of frustration among all parties involved.